Hi, Sam from Guitar Village here, and today I have some really exciting news for you. About 2 weeks ago we did a Fender custom shop dealer event where we ordered a ton of guitars and we won 3 as well, just like this one I'm holding in front of me. Well, those 3 have now arrived and we're going to check out each one. Let's get into them. Before we get into the specifics of each guitar, for the house amp we'll be using our classic Cornell Romany, and for the overdrive sounds we're going to be using the brand new MXR Duke of Tone pedal. First up, we're checking a 56 limited edition Strat. This is in the Journeyman Relic finish, so it's got some really light bits, kind of lacquer checking, some small dents. Because it's limited edition, it has this neck plate that says limited edition on the back, and they even have their own serial numbers for the limited series. Now, while I've got this thing flipped over, you can see the back of this neck is pretty worn out. The wood is a one-piece riff sawn maple. It's got a 1056V profile, so it's a little bit chunky, but not too chunky, with a 9.5-inch radius. The colour for this one is a super faded aged surf green. Just rolls off the tongue, that name, but this is a really cool washed out surf green finish. This has also got Fender's bone tone pickups. Now, if you don't know what these are, they're really warm sounding pickups. They have Alnico 2 magnets, which make them a little bit warmer. They've got thicker wire inside, which has less winds, giving you this really nice kind of bigger amount of clean headroom from the guitar. So let's check them out. Next up, we're checking out a 53 limited edition Heavy Relic Tele. This one is in the aged Snowcaster Blonde. As I mentioned, it's a heavy relic finish, so you've got lots of nice arm wear, you've got some proper severe buckle rash on the back. This one features a 2-piece off-center seam select ash body, and I did have a look at this before we started filming to see where the seam was. I can't find it anywhere. It almost looks like a one-piece body on this. Now, speaking of one piece, this does have a one-piece quarter sawn maple neck. It's quite a chunky 54U, but not too chunky. I don't think it's going to put anyone off, because I think it does feel very comfortable in the hands, just a little bit full. It's got a vintage compound radius, so it goes from 7.25 up to 9.5, so it's going to be great for playing chords and doing lead work as well. The pickups in this one, it features an original black guard Telecaster pickup in the bridge, and the neck is a twisted Tele. Let's check out these ones. Okay, so the one we've all been waiting for then. This is the Dale Wilson one-of-a-kind Masterbuilt 59 custom Jazzmaster. This is an absolutely killer looking guitar. It's a heavy relic finish. It is charcoal frost metallic over black, and you can see some of the black just kind of peering its way through there. You can see some of the wood, and when we move it round to the back, you can see there's tons and tons of the wood exposed there, and you can really feel it as well with your fingers. Now, I said this is one of a kind, so you're not going to see another one of these guitars. To get this guitar sounding the way it does, and it is incredible, it's got some hand-wound Josephina pickups in there, and Josephina is the headmaster winder at Fender, and she learned everything from Abigail Ibarra, who worked at Fender for, well, decades. She was there for a long time. She was even there in the mid-50s with Leo Fender, making pickups. Now, let's have a look at some of the woods. As I said, the wood's showing through, and I'll flip this over so we can talk about this a little bit. This is a 2-piece select alder body, and you can see it's got some really nice grain pattern to it, where alder can tend to be a little bit plain looking. We've got a 2A flame maple neck on here, and I mean, looking at this thing, I would definitely say this is more than a 2A flame. It's really flamey. It's lovely and dirty on the back. It looks like it's had years and years of playing. This one has a flat laminate rosewood fretboard, and we mentioned about the laminates when we did the full video when we were talking about the models before they arrived, and there was a little bit of confusion there. So just to explain again, Fender call everything that's a rosewood fretboard onto a maple neck a laminate now. Whereas in the old days we would say a laminate board was one where it was wrapped over the maple, and then a slab board is where it's flat. So this is effectively a slab rosewood fretboard on there. It's got a really nice touch as well, because where you'd expect to see clay dots on this one, you've got some pearls instead. Now, let's plug this thing in and see if it sounds as good as it looks. Okay, so we've checked out all three guitars, and I thought it'd be an interesting thing for me just to talk about how I felt playing each one. You know, it's all well and good listening to specs and hearing some playing examples, but until you've got these things in your hands, you're not really going to know kind of what they're about. And out of the three of them, the Masterbuilt, as expected, played the best. I mean, the other two played great anyway, but this one for me, it just felt so slick and so well-rounded. There's nice touches as well when you look at things like the way the fret ends are done. They're just super rounded. As Tom, our cameraman, said, they're kind of like blobs of solder at the end of them. They're just so pretty looking, which blobs of solder you kind of think look pretty. But anyway, when I was playing the Strat, I was using the tremolo a little bit on it, and that thing is super stable. It's got a rift-sawn maple neck, which is very stable anyway. It's a little bit chunky, the neck too, which helps with stability. And when I was using the trem arm, it just felt really well connected to the guitar and very responsive. So, you know, if you want a guitar and you can use the tremolo a lot, that's a really good option. The Tele was absolutely the most fun to play in terms of versatility. As you heard in the playing example there, when I was swapping between the pickups and using the volume control with a light bit of overdrive on, the sounds in there, just the range of them was incredible. Well, there is our brand new dealer event guitars. I hope you like checking them out as much as I have. If you want to check out any more about them, there will be links in the description below, and that will take you straight to our website so you can read up all about them. Do try and get down and give them a try. Dealer event guitars are usually very popular, so make sure you get down here, try them out while you still can.